Santa Cruz exhaust tip blackout. Time to get rid of some more of that chrome or silver. Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive MT. And that's right, today I'm going to be painting the exhaust tip, actually a little bit more, on my Hyundai Santa Cruz, just to get rid of a little bit more of that chrome or silver look. Now, first off, what I've already done, I went ahead and cleaned it off. You can hopefully see it right back there. I've cleaned it off with just a soapy water type solution. Then I sanded it a bit just to get some little scratches or grooves in the metal, very fine, so that the paint has something to adhere to. Then I wiped it all down with alcohol, again, just to get all the residue and stuff off of it, so that hopefully the paint stays on there quite a while. Not a big deal if it doesn't, because I've got a bunch of it. I can touch it up if I have to. Now, let me show you what I'm using, and I'll try to leave a link to this down below if indeed I can find one. So check that out if you want more specifics on the paint itself, pricing, all that kind of stuff. But what it is, sitting over here, it is a Rust-Oleum high heat black, and it's actually a grill paint. And I figure if it can withstand the heat of your grill, you know, where you barbecue them hamburgers and hot dogs, it should be able to withstand the heat of an exhaust tip and a little bit of the muffler back there. So I am going to brush it on. Not the ideal way to do it. Ideally, you should spray it on, but I don't want a chance getting overspray on my nice blue paint. So I've got it all set up. I did tape off. You'll see in a minute how far back I'm going. I'm not painting the whole muffler, just really the front part of what you can see when you're behind the truck, and that's pretty much it. Probably going to go with a couple of coats, maybe 3, but probably not. And then you let it dry for, I think it's 24 hours. You're not supposed to heat it up for, I think it's 5 to 9 hours. Again, you can check out the details, assuming I can find a link down below. So we'll paint it, and then we'll park it, and it'll actually sit overnight. So that really shouldn't be an issue at all for me. So I'm gonna go ahead, stir this up a little bit, crawl underneath there, and get painting. Okay, first let's take a look. You can see right there, that's what I'm gonna be painting, and then I taped it off underneath as to how far I'm going to paint. I'm not painting the whole thing, as I mentioned. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll sit you guys down. You can observe the painting process. Not that it's anything all that complicated, but nonetheless, you can see how I'm gonna do it. Again, I would say using a brush is really not the ideal way to do this. But as I mentioned, I did not want to overspray all over the place, so you go with what you're comfortable with, always, in any mod. And I'm just kind of gonna go over the top a little bit. Again, this isn't rocket science. So, let's go ahead here. This should actually help prevent a little bit of rust too. Right here on the edges where the tip is welded on, there is some rust at the weld. So it should hopefully extend the life of my exhaust a little bit, at least where the muffler and the tip actually meet up. Should be good. Okay, that's the first coat, we'll let that dry for just a few minutes, and then I'll put the second coat on, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once I'm all done. Okay, got it all done. I did go with just 2 coats. I think that's probably plenty. And again, if it chips off or anything like that, you saw how much paint I have, and it doesn't take much to do this, so I'll just touch it up. But let's take a close-up look. Again, spraying it is probably the best solution, but you can see how I've done it there. I did tape it off. You can see I kind of have a Temp kind of look on the muffler, if you will. My whole goal was to just paint the exhaust pipe, or the tip, I should say, really just to black it out a bit. And I don't think you're going to be able to see the rest of this once we get it on a level ground. I'll take a picture of that at the end, you can see. But it came out pretty good. Working with this paint, pretty good. I don't have any issues with it. It covered well and didn't seem to make too much of a mess. I did paint the bracket over here, by the way, too, just to kind of make it uniform all the way across. Now, if you're very particular, you could paint the inside of the pipe a little bit, I guess, but unless you're down here like we are, laying underneath the exhaust, you're probably not going to see that silver inside the pipe. So I think it came out pretty good. So there you have it. That is my Hyundai Santa Cruz exhaust tip blackout with a little bit more. Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you think? Too much? Who cares? Or, yeah, I think I might try that. I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about Toyota Tacomas, you can see right there, and Rob Motive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay chrome-free out there. Bye.